Hello everyone, my name is Abby Bliss White and welcome to my channel. Today we are going to do a much requested updated skincare routine, and I'm going to be walking you through my Biologique Recherche routine. I have used Biologique Recherche Skincare for years. Quick caveat, yes, I'm human. I do tinker around. I use other brands, but I always go back to my BR routine and always include some essentials in my daily routine. So today I am going to be sharing my updated routine. Many of you have asked me to do an updated routine. A lot of the things have stayed the same since my last update, but there is a new cream. This is the CREME METAMORPHIQUE that I just picked up and I'm totally in love with. So I did want to share this new cream with you, as well as share some of my tried and true products that are always in my arsenal. So I was told that there is not a lot of videos on Biologique Recherche for those of you who may be over 50 and have more dry, mature skin. So I'm just going to share the products that work for me. As always, what works for me may not work for you. So I'm also going to share my BR guru who can customize a plan just for you and your skin type. So if you're interested in seeing my Biologique Recherche skincare routine, then let's go ahead and get started. Okay, before we get started, I want to give a quick little disclaimer. As I had mentioned before, what may work for my skin type may not work for yours. I am just a skincare junkie. I don't know how many brands and regimes I have gone through in all of my years of being on this planet. I am 53 years old. I have dry, mature skin. I suffer from hyperpigmentation. I also have rosacea prone skin. It is totally at bay at the moment, and I do attribute that to using Biologique Recherche products, because that is initially how I got into the brand, was suffering from a rosacea outbreak and diving into Biologique Recherche. So today I am just sharing what I use. I am admittedly a skincare junkie. I love regimes. I like to use lots of products. I am by no means telling you to rush out and buy everything I use. If you are interested in diving into Biologique Recherche, I am recommending that you reach out to BISMA. She is my Biologique Recherche guru. She is located in Atlanta, Georgia. I live in Portland, and she has been so helpful and instrumental for picking out products for my particular skin type and issues. And because this product line is so vast with so many serums and creams and all that kind of stuff, you can easily get overwhelmed and also pick up a few products that might not be what your skin actually needs. So it's always best to reach out to BISMA and have her give you a customized skincare routine. So that's my disclaimer. This has been a much requested video, so let's go ahead and get started. Okay, we are going to start by cleansing my skin, and I'm going to be using LAIT. This is from Biologique Recherche, and changing to a cream cleanser was a complete game changer for me. As I have mentioned, I have dry, mature skin, and I just found that I was stripping my skin too much between foamy cleansers and then exfoliants and all of that stuff. So the key is to keep the skin barrier healthy. And my favorite cleanser from this line is the LAIT, just because it's super silky, very hydrating, and it just feels really luxurious on the skin. So what I like to do is put this on my skin, then I will brush my teeth. And I'm not filming in my bathroom just because the lighting and the sound and everything is just not great and doesn't turn out a very good video. So what I'm going to do is go rinse this off. I use lukewarm water. I never want to use anything too hot. And I'm just going to rinse this off, give myself a few splashes with a little bit of cold water. That just kind of invigorates my skin, wakes up my eyeballs, and gets me ready for my next step. Okay, rinsed off the cleanser and my skin feels nice and clean, but not squeaky clean, just a little bit hydrated and ready for the next step. So next I'm going to tone and exfoliate. And as I mentioned in the intro, I have used this brand for years, and I use Lotion P50. In the morning, I use the Lotion P50 PIGM 400. This one is targeted towards hyperpigmentation, and then in the evenings I use Lotion P50 V, which is the middle strength version, and I have the 1970 version, which does have a touch of phenol, and that can be a controversial ingredient, but my skin seems to really like it. And what I will do is I will rotate bottles between Lotion P50V and the 1970 version. Everybody's skin reacts differently. I personally can't use manual kind of scrubs because I am prone to rosacea, and that will really irritate my skin. I have found that my skin really does well with a liquid exfoliant, and it cannot be too strong. So I do not use the original Lotion P50. That is way too strong for my skin. I had to learn the hard way. I did initially buy that version when I first got into Biologique Recherche. And then what I'll do, you guys, is I will take this and I will dab, dab, dab in kind of a rapid movement. I will start from the décolleté and I dab, dab, dab. I was taught to do this in a rapid movement and not necessarily rub per se, just sort of dab, dab, dab on the skin. And I often find that people will first dive into Biologique Recherche by getting Lotion P50, the original, and it is just super strong and it is not for every skin type. So the first time I used that liquid exfoliant, the original version, my skin blew up, like it looked like I had burned it. My skin was bright red like a tomato and just was not the right version for my skin type. So the V version is basically the middle version. There also is in the US a W version that's going to be even milder. I'll be honest, I've never tried that one because once I found the V version, that was great. And then the PIGM 400 kind of lies in that medium to lighter strength, but it's specifically targeted towards hyperpigmentation, which I suffer. Okay, we have toned the skin, and then I like to start layering on hydration. So the next product I will use is their facial mist, and I will give myself a few little squirts before I move on to my cocktail of serums. And this product is very hydrating to the skin. It also has some vitamin C in it. So oftentimes people will go, oh my gosh, you don't use a vitamin C serum. In their serums, they've got a little touch of vitamin C. It's not going to be as much as my SkinCeuticals CE Ferulic, which I have used for decades. But I found that using CE Ferulics with my BR regime was just too much. The Biologique Recherche line has a lot of actives in it, and it does best when you use the entire regime. I'm not saying that I don't tinker, I totally do, but I have learned that this is an active line, and my skin tends to do better when I do a little less tinkering, even though I'm human and obviously as part of my job, I do have to test skincare and such. So that does happen. But today I'm just showing you my updated BR routine. So after I have toned and hydrated with a little layer of mist, I then pull out my serum. Next I'm going to apply my serums, and I have two favorites here. First is Colostrum, and this is for hydrating and plumping up the skin. And I don't know how many I have gone through of Colostrum. This is just something that my skin really likes. It soaks it right in. And these are very liquid and watery. I just take a couple drops, just like that. And then I press that into the skin. Then I do VG TENSIL, and this is for firming the skin. So I know that Biologique Recherche can be a very overwhelming brand. That's why I always recommend reaching out to my dear friend BISMA. She is a Biologique Recherche esthetician. She knows the line inside and out, and she can really help customize a routine for you. So today, again, I'm just showing you what I use on my skin, but that does not mean what works for me is going to work for you. But I am going to mention things that I love and that I have repeat purchased. And these two serums are repeat purchases. Again, Colostrum is for hydration and VG TENSIL is for firming the skin. Then I have one more serum that I use, and that is Serum MATRICIEL Visage. This is one of my favorites, and I'm sad because I am down to the end. Down to the end of this. This one is again for firming up the skin, adding volume. This is just amazing. I love it. And again, repeat purchase. And with this serum, I use this after I use the more liquidy ones because those are going to penetrate right into the skin. And then I will use the Serum MATRICIEL. And this one really does give you a temporary lift to the skin. So absolutely love this. Then while those serums are sinking in, I will do my eye combo. And I actually use the Chantecalle eye combo. I use the Nano Gold Energizing Eye Serum. And I first put this on underneath my eyes here. Now I have a sample of the Biofixing eye cream from Biologique Recherche, which is amazing, but I've just been using this eye combo for so long, and I will just tap that serum in. And then I take my Stress Repair Concentrate, and I use this underneath the eyes, and I will pat that in. It feels so good. At this point, I will also put on my Dior. This is the Lip Maximizer, and I prep my lips. Next up, we're going to move on to moisturizer. And I recently picked up the CREME 80N Metamorphique, and I am in love with this cream. So the texture of this cream is like pudding, and it has a very light, kind of almost gel-like texture on the skin, but it is very hydrating. And I take about a pea size, and I will massage this into the skin. Then I take my CHANTECALE. This is the Bio Lifting Massage Tool. As I've mentioned many times, I literally use this every single day. And I will take a minute to massage the skin and get the circulation kind of moving here. Then after I use a little bit of massage, the next step in the Biologique Recherche is the finishing serum. And the finishing serum is something that is going to seal in all the goodness. So I have two that I'm alternating between right now. One of them's not actually a finishing serum, but I use it as one. And this is the serum T.E.W.L. And this is a face oil. And I often use this at night or in the morning if I want a little bit more of a glow. And the other one I have is Silk Plus. This is a beautiful, hydrating, plumping serum that is going to give you a perfect canvas before makeup. Now, my favorite finishing serum out of all of them, and I've even tried La Grande, is the Serum Y'all. That one just gives my skin the glowiest finish. I just love it. The Silk Plus is gorgeous, but it does feel a tad heavy on my skin, whereas the Y'all is just like the perfect texture. It adds a really beautiful glow, and I just love it. So out of all the finishing serums that I've personally tried, that one is my favorite. Today I am going to go ahead and use the Silk so I can show you. I'm going to shake it up. I am basically finishing this one off. I just use one, oops, I just use one pump. You do not need more. And I will press this into the skin, and that is going to give you a really nice protective glow. Now, right now my skin is very red from touching it and massaging it, but it will calm down. Then my last step is the most important step out of all of these steps, and that is my SPF. So yes, I am a beauty junkie. I have always loved skincare regimes. The more steps, the better in my eyes, but I'm someone who enjoys my skincare routine. I don't mind that it's a little bit more complicated. It's sort of my me time in the morning and in the evening for me to take a few minutes to really focus on some self-care. So that is me. So my favorite SPF ever, and it still is, and it's been sold out everywhere, so I'm kind of stockpiling where I can find it, and that is the Glow Skin Beauty Solar Shade SPF 50. And I take a nice generous pump and I coat this on the skin. And I just love this one. It's super hydrating. The white cast, as you can see, has melted right into my skin. Gives me a nice little glow, but this one is just perfection before makeup. This one does not irritate my sensitive skin. I have used it for years and my skin just really likes it. So this is my AM routine. This is my skin prepped and ready for makeup. Tonight I will go ahead and do my evening routine so you can see that as well, using a few other BR products, but you will also see several of the same ones that we used in the morning. So I hope this was helpful. I absolutely love the Biologique Recherche line. I have used it for years. It will always be in my arsenal. This is the brand that helped me get over my rosacea outbreak, so I'm always going to be a bit loyal to Biologique Recherche. My face is done. I actually went and got my hair done. We are channeling a little bit of Nashville hair. I'm going to be going to Nashville for a visit, so I was having fun with my hairdresser, and we ended up kind of poofing it out, curling it, because you guys know I am horrible at styling my hair, but we had a little bit of fun styling it a little bit differently. So everything I showed you so far is my favorites. I'm just going to highlight just a couple as a recap. Absolutely cannot live without the LAIT. This is just a silky cream cleanser. It is fantastic for dry skin and I just love it. Now at night, as you will see, I do take my makeup off with a balm, and then I will use this as a second cleanse. So I do use this morning and evening, cannot live without it. So lotion P50 in the right strength. Mine is the V, which is the middle strength. Really was a game changer for my skin, and this is something that I will always have in my arsenal. Yes, I will try other liquid exfoliants, but I always come back to my tried and true, and that is lotion P50V. This one is the 1970 version. As I've said, this one has a touch of phenol in here. Phenol can be a controversial ingredient. My skin seems to like it. It basically invigorates it. I feel like it takes my skin to the gym, and the V version is just perfect for my skin. The original was way too strong, and I think that is where many people go wrong, is they buy the liquid exfoliant and they start out a little too strong. And one thing is, if you have purchased lotion P50 and it's a bit too strong for your skin, you can always take a cotton pad and dampen it with water and then use this to kind of dilute it until your skin can build up and tolerate the liquid exfoliant. And again, they have a W version here in the US. I think in other countries it's called a T version, and that's going to be the mildest strength of the liquid exfoliant. So my personal favorite is the lotion P50 V 1970 version, and then in the AM I have been using the lotion P50 PIGM 400. This is geared towards hyperpigmentation, helping lighten up those dark spots and such. And this is what I'm currently using in the AM, and I find it to be nice and gentle and just a great way to start out the morning. Favorite serum ever is going to be Colostrum. This is just extreme hydration in a bottle. One thing I forgot to mention is that these products are very effective, but no, they don't always smell the best. This, for instance, doesn't smell the best, but it is very hydrating to the skin. My skin just like slurps it up, and I just can't live without it. So it is a very thin, watery texture. I wouldn't say it smells bad, but it definitely doesn't smell good, and it is not perfume laced or anything like that. This is a luxury brand, but it is not a fluffy brand. It does not contain fragrance, and there is a few products that you may not love the smell of. Colostrum is one of them for myself, but my skin loves it. So definitely love Colostrum. Do not know how many bottles I've been through, but this is a must-have in my skincare arsenal year round. I also love Serum MATRICIEL Visage. This one is going to add a little bit of volume, a little bit of lift and hydration into the skin. And this is another serum that my skin really likes. When I run out of a bottle of this, and maybe I'll give it a break for a month or two and then purchase it again, my skin is just always so happy with this. So this one, so sad because basically it's empty. So this one I will be repurchasing. This is fantastic for anybody who has more mature skin, is starting to feel the effects of gravity, and you want a little bit of a lift. This is going to add a little volume and structure to your face as well as hydration. So I feel like I'm getting hydration here, and then adding this on, adding a whole other layer of hydration, and I feel like it's helping with my neck and the jowls. Okay, favorite creams. I have used several different Biologique Recherche creams. Never completely in love with any of them except for CREME Mask VERNIX. This is what I use for my night cream, and yes, this is a mask, but I sleep in it. I never rinse this off. This is magic in a jar. Literally is fantastic for soothing the skin, super hydrating. If my daughter has a breakout, she will put this on her skin, leave it on for a good hour or so, and you can visibly see the pimples calming down and reducing the inflammation on her skin. If she sleeps in this overnight, in the morning she's going to wake up and her breakouts are going to be diminished greatly. So this is actually the product that they put me on for my rosacea. So when I initially started using Biologique Recherche, I started with the LAIT. I used the lotion P50V and then creme mask VERNIX at night, slept with it on, and it was amazing how my skin just completely calmed down. So within a week, my rosacea was totally starting to calm down. Now again, each and everybody's skin is different, just sharing my experience, but I do feel like creme mask VERNIX is super special. This one has a pudding texture, which I love, and this is one of these yeasty kind of creams. Some people describe this as like banana bread smelling. I don't know exactly what the smell is. I really actually like the smell of this now, but when you first get it, again, it is not laced with perfume. Has a little bit of a funk, I guess I would say. I think it's the yeast in here, but I just love it. But you get used to it, and if it works on your skin, even better. So this is one of the night creams that I will use. I tend to rotate a little bit. I tend to rotate just a bit, but I just love creme mask VERNIX and cannot recommend it enough as a fantastic sleeping mask. I have used several jars of creme MSRH, and with that cream, that is for more mature hormonal skin. It is lovely. It actually smells good. It has like a yam extract in it. It is a white cream. It is a bit heavy for me during the summer months, but I would definitely repurchase that one. That is a very lovely skin, especially for anybody who is a bit hormonal and it is showing up on your skin. That's another one that is fantastic. Now, I did switch to creme biofixine instead of the creme MSRH. MSHR, you guys always get it confused, showing a picture here. And this is the biofixine, and this is their other heavy duty anti-aging creams. So creme MSR-H and creme biofixine are usually the two creams that are recommended for anybody 50 and above. That tends to be the experience I have had. They are both rich creams packed with anti-aging ingredients, and I will say that I have had the creme biofixine mask as well that I will sleep in overnight, and I really love this creme biofixine. This again is a white cream, and this one almost has a little bit of a brightening effect on the skin. If you've ever used creme VIPO2, which is another fantastic cream, that one has some oxygenating properties that are supposed to be great for anybody who lives in heavy pollution cities and such, that it's going to be very cleansing and brightening to your skin. This one sort of has the same effect of the creme VIPO2, which is going to give you a beautiful glow, but it's packed with more anti-aging ingredients, and my skin really likes it. But my new favorite is actually this creme ADN Metamorphique, and this again is one of these white creams. They have several creams that are kind of brown or beige that I believe they contain a little bit of yeast in them, and so I call those the brown creams. And then we have these as the white creams. This has the most gel-like beautiful texture. It definitely hydrates the skin, has a nice firming effect as well. I did use I don't know if the exact name, but it was the ADN cream that was for kind of firming and structuring the skin, and that was a brown cream. And then the Metamorphique is another cream that is targeted towards anti-aging and hydration and such. And so the combination of these two together is fantastic. And I'm just in love with the texture of this cream. I love the way that it feels on my skin, and I love this price point much better. This cream is about $168. This is an expensive face cream, but the Creme Biofixine and the Creme MSR-H are both $300+, so much bigger investment on these. These are like true anti-agers, but I'm finding that my skin loves this, and I think I might have found my favorite BR cream so far, besides VERNIX. Biologique Recherche is also big on masking. They recommend it a couple times a week. And my ultimate favorite, I have tried a lot of their masks, and my ultimate is MASQUE BIPO2. There's just something special in this mask. It's very hydrating, very soothing, and this is another one that I have slept in at night, especially when my skin is not happy with me. I will put a layer of this and then top it with the VERNIX, and I will wake up and my skin will be happy and soothed and back to normal. So those are my current favorites, and as always, I'm imagining that many of you who are watching are also BR fans, and I would love to know what your favorite products are. I always like to mix it up season to season, try new things, and always love hearing what your regime is from Biologique Recherche. Now we are going to take off my makeup, and I'm going to quickly just run through my PM routine. Several components are the same, but the key at the end of the day is to get every little speck of makeup off. So I'm going to pull back my hair, and the balm that I absolutely love and adore, I just ran out of, and that is the Emma Hardy Moringa Balm, and that is my ride or die balm, absolutely favorite one to use to take off makeup. And my other balm that I love is from Chantecalle. I love that balm as well, and I just finished one of those. So the backup is, I always have a Clinique. This is Take the Day Off Balm, and this actually is fantastic. This is what I usually travel with, and just pulled it out of my travel bag. So I'll just take the balm, and I am going to look a little scary, but we're going to melt all this makeup off. Okay, a little bit scary looking here. I am going to go rinse this off and then come back and we'll do my second cleanse. Okay guys, my skin is prepped and ready to go to bed. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you have a good night's rest. So I hope you found this helpful, and I will be back with another video soon.